big part of that. So thank you so much. What up? All right. We're going to go ahead and try to get Mike G in here. Hold on. Let me just send this invite. Hopefully it works. Thank you guys for joining. Stay tuned. If you guys got to go, this is going to be on, not Instagram. It's going to be on YouTube. All right. So we're waiting for Mike G. Oh, the wait wasn't long.
I was waiting.
Hey, what up, brother?
What's going on, man?
Nothing, man. Just over here. We got the geometric patterns behind us.
I see it. I love it.
Yeah. So we're chilling right now. Thank you so much for being on with us. This is Join In.
Of course, dude. Of course. Anything. Anytime.
Cool. So Mike G and I met at Glass Vegas and loved his work, loved the designs. A really cool guy, genuine as hell. So we're just gonna get this started. And again, thank you for being on. And again, if anybody's watching, you guys got any time you want, you guys can ask any questions you want. We'll definitely get to those as well. Since this is like, the little one-on-one, anybody that follows Mike G that has any questions that they want to ask, shoot them right there in the comment section, and we'll get to those as well. But first, for an introduction, Mike G Glass, where are you from?
I am from Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on out
Born
there
and
lately?
raised.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, chaos. Like anything else. No, it's great out here, man. I love it. I'm born and raised Portland, Oregon. I'm kind of living out in like Happy Valley, Oregon right now. I live and work. Got my shop and my studio at my house, which is super nice, So roll out of bed, get to work, sort of thing.
Yeah, I
I
was gonna
love it
say
out here, dude.
it must be nice being that close to the torch. You don't got to get up, don't got to drive
Uh,
nowhere.
it's so nice. So
Okay.
nice. I'm extremely lucky. I'm extremely lucky to be able to do this for sure.
So was that because I noticed, and I think if any of your followers in here, they probably noticed too. You had recently moved, correct? Like you moved the studio, you got a whole new spot.
Yeah, man. Excuse me. I've been kind of like for the past, I don't know, 3 years or so, I've been kind of just jumping around in different spots and mostly within like Happy Valley area. But I'll tell you, man, like every time going to a new studio, it always kind of gets these like weird little like things you have to figure out and work out, like electrical for all my kiln set up, cutting holes into side of houses to get the exhaust
Oh yeah, I
hooked up
saw
and all
that. You
that
were an
shit, dude.
electrician. You're a fan installer.
You gotta be, or have more friends, one of the two.
True,
But yeah,
true.
man, that's pretty much, yeah. It's always a fun little experience to move shots just because you get us like set up your bench and everything the way I kind of like it. It can be a pain, but it is fun for sure.
Yeah, and I'm sure everybody in here knows moving can be crazy. Moving can be crazy.
Always,
So,
dude,
um,
always.
So moving in the next question, and I'm curious about this too. How did you discover glass? What got you into the industry and the world?
Oh man, yeah. So random. Well, uh, God, I went to college and I became a firefighter. I
Oh,
was a
what?
firefighter in college. I lived and worked at a fire station in Central Oregon, and I did that for like 2 years, man. And then I came back and I tried to get into the paramedic program at Portland Community College, and I needed a job to in between going out and testing for departments and living, so
Yeah.
and going to school, So my cousin, I randomly found out my cousin was worked for this head shop out here called the Third Eye.
Oh, cool,
Um,
cool. A nice
it's
name.
not cool name. It was actually started by Jack Hare, who's a big marijuana activist back in the
Like
day. He wrote
the strain guy, like the Jack
the
Hair
strain
strainer,
is named after him.
and
Yeah.
he
So I
opened
worked
Third
at his.
Eye.
Yeah, he opened the Third Eye in Portland, Oregon.
Oh
and
wow.
my cousin worked there. And one of my other cousin was married to the owner, so it was complete and total nepotism, but I'll take it. But it got me a job at the head shop, and randomly, a glass blower named Daniel Sweeney, he was like a regular seller there, and you should, if you haven't looked at his stuff, you absolutely should
Is
go
that
check him
Sweeney
out.
Glass?
Sweeney Glass, that's him. Yeah,
Oh, hell
yeah,
yeah. I know him. He does the
yeah,
skulls, right?
yeah, dude.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice. Cool.
super cool dude, super cool dude. And as he was coming in randomly, you kind of like I had smoked weed and done all that stuff, but I didn't really get to appreciate glass until I started to work with it, like as a head shop employee, especially meeting the artists, because then you kind of like you get to know them and you kind of love their stuff even more, and you just kind of you make it kind of almost easier to sell because these guys are just awesome people. And Daniel Sweeney Glass was like, hey, if you ever want to come over and like just see what I do, you're more than welcome. So I was just like, yeah, that sounds good. So I went over and I literally brought like a 6-pack of beer and
Thanks. Just good
and
old like
like
connecting.
yeah, and just kind of hung out. And then I just kept on going back. And he's like, hey, you want to get on the torch? Sure. And then that was it. That was it. I was like, oh shit, I love this. I love this. And oddly enough, when I was 16 years old, when I shouldn't have been able to go and buy a pipe, I went and bought a pipe. And it was a cool little spoon, and it had like devil horns on it and like a swishy S with a little barbed tail
I
looking
think I
thing,
know where this is going.
like a devil pipe,
Okay.
and I come to find out that that was a Sweeney Glass piece. And so my very first piece I ever bought was from my mentor. I had no idea about
Yeah, the
like
mentor that you didn't even know was going to be your mentor.
correct.
That's,
Yeah,
I love full circle. See that right there? I
it,
love full circle stuff.
dude, it was wild. It was wild, and Sweeney was fantastic. He taught me a bunch of stuff. Same with Jason Walker Glass. He's like, I consider a mentor of myself too. Like, he was really just helpful and friendly and helped me move into getting to do it more full time. And I would do stuff for them like prep work, doing blow tubes, random stuff for them.
Apprentice stuff, right?
Totally, totally. But they gave me so much more freedom to do really what I wanted to, even if it wasn't directly helping them. Like, they were just super, super
Yeah, like
supportive.
make this pendant, use this glass to do whatever you want right now, or something like that.
Correct,
Cool.
correct.
If you don't
And
mind me
that's
asking, what year was this?
oh god, probably 2014, 13.
A great year for glass. Those were really big, like really big, important years. I feel like 13, 14, 15, that really like
Yeah,
paved the way to a lot of stuff.
truly, truly. And like it just opens up your like I mean, there used to be a magazine called Hot Breath. I still have a ton of old issues of it, of just all these glass works and how creative you can really be with it to make like an actual art piece that's also functional. It,
Mm.
it, it just was wild. I just totally fell into the whole thing. And, like I said, I got bit by the bug and I was like, well, this is what I want to do,
You got the itis. You got the glass
I
itis.
so bad, so bad.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's just kind of I just fell into it, and it's one of those things because I've taught like classes too of like during the holidays I'll kind of put out like, hey, you want to make your own glass ornament, come to the shop and I'll show you how to make an ornament that you can take home and things like that.
I
And
love
it
those
is one of those
ornaments, by
things.
the way. I love those ornaments because they're functional. If nobody's seen what we're talking about, there's some functional ornaments in the mix on Mike G's page.
Yeah, I call him Santa's little helper.
That's what he carries around with him when he's doing all that driving around or all that flying around with the reindeer. He gives
Yeah, you can
Rudolph a
tie.
hit.
Yeah, milk and cookies. Put a bowl, put a little ornament pipe and some cookies out.
That should be a thing.
Boom.
It's milk, cookies, but don't forget the packed bowl.
Yes, it's important.
21
It's
plus
important.
Christmas. Don't forget to pack that
Safe,
bowl for Santa.
safety first, absolutely.
Nice, nice.
But yeah, yeah.
All right, so we'll move on because I love that answer. I love the long answers, the in-depth answers. It really gave a lot of people some insight into you. So thank you.
I'm a talker, man.
No, that's good. That's great. And so, what gave you the idea for the Geo style? Because so I don't know everything Sweeney does, but he does like skulls that I've seen, and so what gave you the idea for the Geo style? That was the next question.
I mean, I think it was just like I wanted to do something that I wasn't really seeing people do, you
Okay.
know, and I didn't see a ton of people doing like squares or things like that. And then I just really enjoy it. And then the tactile feel of it too in your hands, like I just love that, like the edges, the angles, all that stuff. It
Yeah, they're
was
nice
just
pieces to
different.
hold. They're travelers. The Geo rig is a traveler for sure.
Yeah, yeah, they're just different, and I really dig that. And I mean, later as I'm making them, especially when I started doing like expos and stuff, you start running into people that just like, oh, I used to do this, like Hex Glass for one. Like he used to make squares and stuff like that, and he was really digging it. And he was just like, you should put a donut hole in it. And
Ah, yes,
I
that's
was
when the
like,
donut hole was born.
Kinda, yeah. He gave me the idea of it, and then I was like, "Oh, that's a good idea. I never even thought about that." And then, quite frankly, I didn't have the nerve to be like, "I don't know how to make a donut hole," you know. So I was just like, "Yeah, I'll do that." But eventually, I figured it out, and then when I got it down, I was like, "Well, the rest of it is square. I'm going to make the donut hole square too, because
Nice.
why not?"
Yeah. Keep it on brand.
Yeah, and and the way it functions, like I love them. I use mine all the time, and I just wanted to be different. I wanted to set myself apart. I wanted to have my own voice in like what I was trying to create. And it's just getting crazier and crazier,
No, I like
and
that. I like that. And you know what?
it's
At the
evolved.
gallery, some people that see your pieces out here on display, you might like this. They say, "Oh, you know who this reminds me of? Coons." So I'm like,
Oh,
"Ooh, nice, hell yeah!" Because it
nice.
kind of
Yeah,
does. It's not as many, but it does like to the eye that like just sees glass and knows glass. It's nice. So I was like, "Oh wow," because I didn't even think that. So I was like, "Wow, that's a nice comparison right there." Mike G would
I'm
like
not
that.
even mad about it. I'm not
Yeah,
even
yeah,
mad about it. There's
that's
another
cool.
guy who like makes those like cool brick Lego ones too.
Oh,
Eric.
Aaron Park.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
Illegos. Yeah.
yeah.
Illegos or
He's a cool
something.
dude. Yeah, for
That's
sure.
cool. Yeah, he's done a few. I've seen like a few almost like Geo things from him. We had a rig up at Lions Den that was like that. That had the janitor from The Simpsons on it, like as a Lego. That was cool.
Yeah, totally, totally.
Um, okay, cool. So pretty much you just wanted to be a little different, do something that was your own. I like that. And it isn't it's to the untrained eye it might look a little like Coons, but like to somebody who's seen glass and everything, it definitely is your own style for sure.
I'm
For
trying.
sure.
I'm trying.
No, nice. And so it was written a little bit wrong because I think you've been to two Glass Vegases now, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was. How was your first Las Vegas experience? But how it was your last Las Vegas experience for 2022? How has your Las Vegas experience been in general?
I really enjoy it. I've only ever been to like Las Vegas myself. I've never done like champs or anything like that yet. So Las Vegas is like my first and only exposure to the expo scene. But like I remember being super nervous for like the my very first Las Vegas. I was super nervous. In fact, I brought only a couple of Geo rigs and stuff like that, and because I didn't think people were gonna dig them. You know, I know the vibe to it. I know, man. I know. I just didn't know what the vibe was going to be. So I had like a really nice mixture of like, I got some geos. I make these blast off caps that look like
Oh,
spaceships.
I love those. The spaceship coming off the white cap,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. And it looks like billowing smoke for the
Yeah, if
ball, you
anybody
know?
doesn't know what we're talking about, you got to go into Mike G's page and look back a little bit. Those are really cool caps. I actually loved those.
I did too. And I thought those were gonna fucking fly too. And like, so I was just nervous. I had a huge selection of just random shit. I always bring Christmas ornaments with me too. And then the doors opened and it was, I couldn't write orders fast enough.
Oh, see?
I just, it was crazy. I was like, holy crap. Like, what is going on, you know? And, um, and it was amazing. I had never experienced anything like it before, and it felt really good to network with other glass artists and be like appreciate who really appreciated like my work and like liked it a lot. It felt really good. It was the first time I experienced of like, oh man, like I'm a part of this community, you know.
For real. I mean,
I
yeah, you definitely get that aura being at somewhere like Las Vegas because it's just a different vibe than other shows. I love all the shows I've
mm-hmm.
been to, but Las Vegas has that real family vibe, that real like for almost even first timer because you got a lot of people that are coming that work with shops and the shops are
Yeah,
bringing them as like buyers and stuff and they maybe have never been to anything like that as well. And especially this past year, I don't know if you noticed, but I was seeing a lot of first timers this year that were like, oh yeah, I'm working with my shop. My boss brought me, like the shop brought me or sent me out. So it's cool to see that too.
totally. And it's just like it's all these people, even like artists aside, but like the buyers who just appreciate glass. They know like what goes into it. Like I don't use molds or anything. It's all hand molded, hand paddled out to make those squares, you know. So it takes a little bit more extra time, but like people there like super appreciate like what I bring to the table, you know. And the very first like show, it was like a rubber band, like from COVID, everything being closed to everything being opened. It was
Mm.
like this rubber band of tension, and then that show just snapped, and people were just going nuts to buy up every single glass piece they possibly could. And that first year, like I sold my whole table that first day, like within the
2020. Oh,
first,
what? Really? Oh, dude,
yeah, like
congratulations.
it was
And
nuts. It was
that's what
nuts.
I tell artists a lot too, because you kind of like said what I've heard a lot of people say. I'm not really sure if I want to get my art out to people because I don't know how they're gonna react. But dude, you never know until people actually react and it's in front of people.
You
And it sounds
don't.
like it went amazing for you.
It was great because like I myself, and I'm sure other artists do this too, but you get this like self doubt and this feeling of like imposter syndrome, like I shouldn't be here, and I
Not
you know
even,
like
man. Not even. You built it for yourself. You know, it's
I
exactly where
totally
you got to
did,
be.
but you know, I feel like I had felt that, and then just from the community of it all, from like other artists, buyers, people, and even the people who ran Glass Vegas, like I really felt like I felt that blanket lift away, you know, like I just feel like, oh, yes, I'm here, I have a voice, and people see it for what it is too, you know.
Amazing. Would you recommend? Oh, sorry.
No,
Oh, I was gonna
yes,
say,
I
would
would
you recommend for other artists to try, other glass artists to try if they haven't been to go to Glass Vegas as an artist?
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, no question about it. Like, for me, it's definitely a stretch. And last year, or the last show, I really had to pull beg, borrow, and steal to be able to go, you know? And I just, and I went and I had a great experience. I had a lot of fun. The very first year, I did a lot better than I did last year, but still, the experience of it all, the vibe to it, if anything, it builds you to understand, um, not only shows, but like you get so much inspiration from other people and what they're doing, you know, and things like that. And I love it, and I recommend it to anyone who can swing it. Go, and you
Yeah.
can walk around the show too. You don't even have to have a booth. You know, you can get an artist pass and just walk around and check out what other people are doing. At the very least, it just is a huge inspiration and all packed into one room, you know. It's fantastic.
One or two rooms.
Exactly. Yeah,
But
yeah,
no, you're
yeah.
right,
All of
man.
them.
And even walking around, seeing other people's booths popping, seeing all the artists happy, seeing all the collectors happy, seeing all the new work, all the traditional work you see, it's really, it is inspiring. Even for me, not being a glass artist, it's inspiring to what is to come. You know what I mean? For the community,
Yeah.
and to see all the different changes every year. So all right, cool, cool. So here's a good one. What was the hardest glass project you've done so far? The epitome of the ruler of all, the boss.
Oh man, it's been a couple. Oh man, that is tough. I
Like the one
think,
that you really look back and say like, damn, I can't believe I got that done, you know?
hmm,
It could be a series, it could be one piece, it could be
I
anything.
did. I do remember this one piece I made. Um, I had, God, I've got to have pictures on my Instagram further down the list, but it was it was a Star Wars themed uh, rig. It was like this tall. It's about 6, 7 inches long. Well, maybe 8, probably 8 inches tall. And it was this huge, like, nice vase. Kind of looked like a cup or a saucer, you know. And it had a really nice rounded out bottom. And what I did was I created a galaxy tech to go around the body, and then I took molded. I didn't mold, but I sculpted little X-wings and TIE fighters to be doing a battle all around it.
Oh, what? I gotta see. I
And
haven't seen
then
that.
I used the Death Star as on top of the piece that the actual mouthpiece was attached to that too on the front. And it was wild. It was wild. That took a long time. It came out pretty good, and I had some issues with that one because it was probably the biggest piece I have gone into that I tried making work. Lately, I've been working on getting my milk cartons that I make, getting those to like work and not getting those to work and not crack on me like crazy because it
Are
just
those hard to shape and make?
extremely hard. Extremely
Okay.
hard. I have a high fail rate with those. But you know, I keep
Makes them
on
more
at it.
rare. Makes them more rare.
I'm trying my best, you know.
Do you still have any more
And
milk carton stickers?
oh yeah, oh yeah. I think
Oh,
I
okay.
have a couple. I have a couple. I do have a couple. Anytime I post like a milk carton, I always got to make sure I got those stickers because I am like, I gotta send them out with them. You know.
So you wouldn't consider the milk carton a more proto style, right? Since it's harder to make.
If I had like if I used like a mold, like a glass mold to make them, I would consider it a more proto
But
because
no,
you
it's
can
all
just
hand
pound them
done.
out. It's all hand done. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
like you don't think about it, but like when I'm making the sides, like I create a square and then I'm making the sides and I'm slowly bending it in to each other, and then I create a lip from like pressing the sides together, and you got to really melt that in or it will just crack. And like that's the hard part. You really got to keep that thing hot. Yeah, keep it hot. Because if it cools down and you don't have it properly fused together, it will crack. It'll crack just by looking at it.
So you got to
It's
do that
insane
like muscle memory thing where you're like making it the same almost every time. That probably
every
takes some
time.
skill. Yeah.
It does, and it's really hard. And I got that idea. Someone came up to my booth, I think my very first year, and was like, because he saw the squares, he's like, "Dude, you should make a milk carton." You know, I was like,
Oh, okay.
oh, yeah, I'll do that. And I designed like the whole milk carton logo and all that. I sat at my computer and just designed it. It looks like a milk carton. It's got the missing sign on the one side of it, nutritional facts, all that shit. But man, it's hard. They are hard to make.
No, I
So
like
I
that design for sure.
yeah. They're really neat. They're really neat, but it's a challenge and to consider it proto production, I mean, I suppose, but like the
No,
fail
no, no,
rate to
not
them
that
just
one.
like
I was basically saying you really can't consider that proto. Like it to somebody that doesn't know, it might look because they don't know the milk carton design. It might look like something more proto, but it's not. It's definitely all hand done, and you can't consider something
definitely the
like
way I
that
make it.
proto. Like you said, if it had a mold, you could kind of bang them out, maybe, but.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm not there yet. I've had people who work for like glass tool companies be like, "Hey, let me make a mold for you. Let me make a mold for you." And I'm tempted.
Keep it handmade, bro. Keep it handmade.
I like yeah, I'm just like I enjoy saying like, "No, I make it all by hand," you know.
Yeah,
Each
no,
one's
100%. It's like you
yeah.
said, it's you having your own voice, you know, because it's handmade. And if you notice, Bear 2716
There.
said, "Yo, what up?" I don't know which Mikey,
Yeah,
because
man,
there's
what's
two
up,
mics
Bear?
on here, but what up?
Yeah. Mike G, Mike G.
I know there's two Mike G's too, so you can even say Mike G. All right,
But
cool,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Um, so who of you or have you collaborated with anybody?
I definitely done a collab with Sweeney.
Oh, hell
Back in the
yeah.
day, yeah, especially back in my like um, first starting phase, I made a ton of like firefighter related stuff. So like, I still do
Oh.
make them, but like I make um, like fire hydrant carb caps, and I still have some fire hydrant pendants and things like that. I've made a dad rig that were fire hydrants, and stuff like
Hey,
that.
don't be
I
surprised if you get some messages for more firefighter stuff now that people know, you know what I mean? That's sick. I like
you
that.
know, I've had people reach out to make because like I had a guy reach out, very sweet guy, but his grandpa was a firefighter, retired firefighter, and like he was just like, make me a pendant. It's for my grandpa who was a firefighter. I just wanted to wear something to honor him, and I took it beyond what he asked for, like to the point where like I made a special box for him with his initials on it, the iron cross that the firefighters use,
Oh, yep, yep.
but I went above and beyond. But I did a little fire hydrant for a Sweeney piece once, and then I've worked with Jason Walker, and then I've done stuff with Fogues, who does like he calls them Fogey Bears. They kind of look like Care Bears, but he
I don't
makes
know
them
if
out
I've
of
seen
glass
those.
pendants.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's another kind of Portland guy too. But you check his stuff out, Fogues. He's a good
Is it
dude. He makes
faux
really cool stuff.
glass?
Fogues, Fouges. God, I
Just
sound
that, no
like
glass at the end, nothing like that?
nah, nah,
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
no. I'll pin you to his page. He does make some cool ass shit. That's for sure.
All
Yeah,
right,
but I
so,
would like to do more. I just haven't done a ton of collabs.
hey, it's all about time, networking and time. That's cool, though.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, you do a lot of poppy colors and you have your space tech. So, and if people
hmm
don't know, the space tech is really good. It's that galaxy looking tech around some of the geo rigs, and I like that a lot myself. But what is your favorite glass color?
Oh man. Um, Probably purple, like Purple Rain or
Oh,
Prince even. I love working with those colors. Prince is a little bit more like shock. I have a little bit tougher time with it, but I just like the purple with Slurm color combo, which is like a green. Like I just love that color
is
combo. And
Slurm different than slime?
yeah, it's more transparent. Slime kind of has that kind of hue to it, that cloudiness to
Yeah,
it.
Slurm. Shout out to Futurama.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But I love those color combos. You really can't go wrong when using them in anything that you make. I believe I made the Natural Collective that that
It was the
Geo
mismatch
lock.
orange hot sauce, the sriracha, and then the purple rain, right?
Yeah, wasn't that Geo lock I made?
Two
Purple and
geolocks that were
green.
mismatched. Yep. And now, yeah,
Yes,
Naturals the
yeah, yeah,
gallery has them. So
yeah,
that's I was gonna say that's funny that we got the purple from you because we didn't even know that you like the
yeah.
purple the best. So
I'll buy pounds of that if I can. Absolutely.
pounds of purple, nice,
Yes,
double
all
P's
day,
on them.
all day.
Okay,
I love it.
okay. Um, oh, have you ever been to or lived on the East Coast?
No, I've gone as far as Kentucky.
Oh wow.
And actually, next week, my brother's getting married in South Carolina. So I'm
Oh,
flying out to
really?
South Carolina.
You gonna
Yeah,
be down there?
I'm going to be down there, watch him get married. So
That's
that's
awesome.
I'll be out of the shop for
One of my
about
good
4 days.
friends lives in Charleston. Like my
Oh,
best friend lives in
nice.
Charleston. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I've never been that far out. I'm pretty excited. You know,
Are
I'm
you
not
going to
very well.
Charleston?
I have no idea. I got to
Oh,
look at the itinerary. It's a small town in South Carolina called Wilbury.
oh, okay, okay. So it's maybe who knows where.
Yeah, it's a
Cool,
small little
cool.
town that my brother's fiance is from. So that's about as far as I've gone, though. Currently, is Kentucky, Cincinnati, and
So
that
soon
kind
you're
of
gonna be
area.
out this way. Yeah, you're not too far. That's about 14 hours from here. Not
Yeah,
horrible, but I drove it
yeah.
when my buddy moved down there. We drove down and I flew back.
I definitely need to go and visit the collective for sure, though.
Oh, bro, 100%. Hey, who knows?
I,
Maybe we'll have a Mike G show one day. Geo show, the Geo show.
we can only hope. We can only
Yeah,
hope.
yeah. Okay, okay. Um, oh, this is a good one. And I kind of think I might know the answer, but who knows? Who designed your logo?
Oh yeah. I worked at another kind of head shop slash cigar shop, and I
'Cause
worked
that's
with
your
this.
logo right there, right in your hat.
Yeah, that's my logo right there, the Mike G logo.
The Mike
And
G of Mike G. It's a logo of himself.
yeah, 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 I made that way, I guess. I don't know, but
No, I like
I
it.
had I had worked with this woman named Ashley, and gosh, I'm just blanking on her last name, but she and her boyfriend were both like artists, comic book artists, and they had worked for like Dark Horse and things like that.
Okay,
Uh,
I know I've heard of
Dark
Dark
Horse,
Horse for sure.
yeah, yeah, they're located in Milwaukee, Oregon, which is right down the road from pretty much where I live. You know, I went to Milwaukee High School, so they were in downtown Milwaukee. Like you can throw a rock there and hit it, but she used to work for them, and I just was like, "Oh, you should try to do a logo for me." And she was like, "Oh, okay, I can see what I can do. You know, let me take a picture of your face." And I was like, "Okay," and I just went, and then she drew the thing,
I
and I was
like
like,
it. I like
I
it.
love it. I love it. So she was kind enough to do that for me. And then she left the job kind of randomly. I've literally never talked to her since. So she might be out there one day, pick up a glass piece, and it might be mine with my logo on, and be like, "Holy crap, I drew that!" You know?
Yeah. Was it her idea or your idea to put your logo on the rigs and the pieces?
It was mine.
Okay,
It was
cool,
mine.
cool.
She knew I was going to use it because I asked her to draw it for me, you know.
Oh, of
But I
course.
always try, if I knew her last name, I'd shout it out, you know. But God, I can't remember her last
Well,
name
hey, what up,
for the
Ashley?
life of me.
Hopefully, if you
Yes.
ever see this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You're
Yeah.
the main cause for the logo, so that's what's up.
Yes.
What was I gonna say? Oh no, I was wrong because I thought you did it, so I was wrong.
Oh, yeah. No, 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 no,
Okay,
no. It
okay.
kind of came out randomly through just talking with her. She was an amazing artist, and I was just like, "Hey, you know, want to help me out?" And she drew up all these different, like, weird, crazy things, and I saw this, and I was like, I love it. I love that so much. So I managed to get a digital copy of it, and then kind of tweaked it a little bit, and I was just like, that's it. That's it. Got my bacons made, get my hat and all that stuff made.
Yeah, I love it. It's a good logo. It's cool because it's just yourself. It's like pretty genuine, you know.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But that's kind of where that came from.
And it's always funny and cool to see what people are going to come up with for your own thing. Because I reached out to my buddy, and I don't know if you know Danger Visual, and I was
Oh, yeah.
asking him. You know, he's done stuff for a lot of people, many glass artists, and a lot of the shops that I've worked with or a shop that I worked with in the past. Big shout out
Hmm.
Lily's Glass. He's made I think one or two flyers for us there, and then I just for my whole career in the glass industry, I've seen him making amazing, epic like flyers that are for staple shows too. You know what I mean? Like some
Yes.
really big shows in the past. He's made flyers for that now, like have almost paved the way for things now. So that's really cool. So I feel hella lucky for the Skull Shooter logo. I don't have it on me anywhere right now, but I think you got people. A lot of people already know what it looks like, so
Oh, yeah.
definitely thankful for that.
All over all my cases, I got your Skull
Woo!
Shooter one.
My
Of
boy,
course,
bro.
dude. Of course, man. You
Thank you.
got
All
it.
right, so oh, here's one that I usually ask people: do you have any advice for up and coming artists or just new glass artists?
Advice for new or up and coming. Um, yeah, I mean, don't stop. Don't stop. Keep going. Especially when I was starting, I would reach out. I would reach out to glass stores and distributors, whoever, and I'd reach and just rejection. I've even had a glass store when I reached out. This was years ago, but when I reached out to him, being like, "Hey, I'd love to get some of my glass in your shop," and he was like, I just got a 3-word response, and it was, "You're a joke." And then he blocked me, and then I'm just like, oh,
Whoa,
okay. And
whoa,
there,
seems
there
rude.
was, I kind of agree. I know would have been fine, but he went that extra mile, and I think you're gonna come across people like that who don't see it because I mean it was a well-known glass shop, but some of these people out there are all about the name rather than the art itself.
Yeah, and that's like I don't know, like no names or whatever, but that's definitely not the way a shop in this community should react to a message like, "Hey, do you guys want an order?" Because one, you never know who an artist is gonna be, but two, we should. This is like a team effort. We all got to support each other. If they didn't want an order or couldn't get an order, it's not cool to go about that like that. That's
It
definitely
it
not
felt weird.
professional.
It felt weird, you know. But yeah, I mean, and quite frankly, maybe when I wrote them, this was years ago, but maybe when I wrote them, maybe I was a joke. Maybe I was nowhere to the tier that they needed that I was
No, but
at.
even if you are, hey, try us back. Maybe right now we can't get anything, try us back. Do you have any refined designs? But,
Yes,
with sales, if you don't get, and this is what, like, it's kind of a cliche, basic sales analogy, but if you don't get 100 no's, you're not doing it right.
kind of correct, right? And I've had people reach out to me before, being like, we don't need anything right now, but keep fucking sending us stuff every now and again, and eventually they will buy from you, and they have bought from me, and I have a great relationship with them. But like, you're gonna run into people who are just gonna like put you down and whatever. I try not to do that with even if I see a glass artist, I'm just like, oh, they're not there yet. I'm just like, dude, keep doing it. Keep moving forward. Keep pushing your limits. Keep,
Because that was
you
all of us.
know,
That was all of us. That was you. That was me with photography. I wasn't there yet at one point. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have all the right equipment. I didn't know I should shoot like this instead of like this. I didn't know I should edit like this instead of like this. People probably maybe looked at my work in the past and were like, "Oh, this guy fucking sucks." You know what I mean? But I refined my style. So
well, correct. Yeah. And you'll get better and you'll get better. You just got to push yourself. I mean, I was lucky enough to like making square pieces and like different angles, especially with sharp angles. Glass does not want to be square. It is.
Ooh, so it's even
It
harder to make that because you know
it's
I
so
think that
hard.
one of your pieces we posted on Glass Sales page on Facebook, and I don't know if I showed you, but it got a lot of good comments. A lot of people were like, "Wow, like that takes a lot of time. Like that's really crazy work." It was the geolock
Yeah, but
style. It's a bubbler.
yeah, I saw that. I saw that post even because I'm on the same. I'm on the same selling
Oh,
page
I think
too.
yeah. People were all, oh
Yeah,
yeah, hell yeah, bro.
yeah, and it's true. But I was lucky enough to be like my eyes were bigger than my skill, but no one was telling me like, oh, you shouldn't do that. That's hard, you know. So I was just like, oh, this is what I want to do, and I just kept on working it until I figured out what worked best and how to really get it down so it's not going to crack. It's going to be strong, strong piece with all
And
these good
even if people
angles,
did tell you not to do that, it's probably better they didn't. But never let people saying, "I don't know if this is right," or "I don't know if you should do that." Don't let that discourage you, any artist, because
No,
if I listen to people that said, "I don't know if you should be doing photography for your full time, maybe keep it as a hobby and get a job or something like that." If I listen to that, I might not be where I am today. You know,
true. Yeah.
so
You know, it's just keep going, keep pushing, don't stop. You're doing great. You know, that's
thank you.
all,
And
that's all I would tell them.
I think that's what a lot of people need to hear because like I said, and like we said this earlier, some people even that are great artists, even like really great artists, whether it's painting, glass, clay, I just want to work on my stuff because I don't know how people are going to react to it. I don't know if people will like it. Just get it out there. Get it out
Of
there. Get it in
course.
front of people. And then if people don't like it, don't let that discourage you. Just refine it.
No,
Refine it.
people.
Find something that works. If you have that talent and that ability to work with the medium, you can find something that works.
Correct. People, and guess what? People aren't going to like it. And that's art. And that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. There's always gonna be somebody that doesn't like it, even if it's amazing. Some of the best
Yes.
artists, you still hear people talking crap about them. The best
Of
artists
course you
that are
do.
proven with time and price and just like the how sought after their work is. There are still those people that talk crap about the biggest artists. So even no matter
Yes.
who you are, all politics are
No.
good politics, people. All politics.
Correct. Just follow your passion. If you're, do it. Just do it. That's all I can really say is just keep pushing, keep doing it.
Cool. Okay. So, what do you do besides glass? Do you have any other hobbies, any other interests, or any other professions? I mean, you already kind of told us one of them, one of your old professions, but anything new now?
Well, let me see here. It's such a weird question. They're like, "What's your hobby?" It's glass blowing. Oh, is
Yeah,
that what
yeah,
you do
yeah.
for a
It's
living?
a
Yeah,
different question, but
I'm like, yeah, is what I do. No,
what are your other interests, though? You know what
I
I mean?
love playing. Like, I'm a musician. I play a couple different instruments. Guitar's my main one. I've recorded before.
Oh,
My family's.
when's the Mike G album, the acoustic album coming out?
It should. It should. I have a couple. I have a couple of really good ones, But my family's very musically orientated, and like we all play some sort of instrument. My brother Scott is amazing. He has his own albums. He has a couple albums. And he's working on his next one. He's so good, and but I love playing music. I love it. I used to play around Portland all the time before I got into the fire service,
Like at
and
bars
then
or something like that, or at
oh
events and
yeah,
stuff?
yeah. I played my
Oh.
first bar gig when I was 17, I think, and it was this old. I don't even think it's there anymore. It was across from PG Park, which is like the soccer stadium for the Timbers and shit
In Portland?
in Portland. And I played there a bunch. Thirsty Lion, like all these bars around Portland, and doing open
Thirsty
mics.
Lion, I think I've heard about. I think I've heard about the Thirsty Lion.
Yeah. So I've done a couple. I've been really into like just playing music too, and I'm trying to get back into doing that. And now I'm super interested in doing, learning and doing stained glass art too.
Ooh,
Like
I've seen a lot of newer artists doing stained glass. There was one that I liked and that I've bought a few pieces from called Glass Face Killer. Big shout out to the homie. I don't know if he's doing stuff. I haven't seen anything new from him, but just look him up. But sorry to interrupt.
no, I want to hear it because I want to follow him too because
Yeah,
I'm
Glass Face
fascinated with
Killer.
it.
But
I'm fascinated, and I don't know if it goes back to like I was raised like Catholic and going into churches
Your
with these
church windows and
glass
stuff like that.
windows and just being like, that is amazing. And it is amazing. And I would love to learn how to do that. I'm going to try to start to do that too.
Don't you have to kind of
I,
know a little bit of metal work or soldering work for that, right? To get like the
hey,
separations.
for sure. But, you know, what one man can do, another can do,
Yeah, nothing
you know?
stopping Mike G. Us Mike
No,
G's, man. I'll tell you.
no, no. But like, I just appreciate like art in general. Like, I follow as many painters as I do glass blowers. Like, you know, I really like it. And then I'm getting into like these people who are making like taking old telephones or whatever, and then you look into like where the dial used to be, and there's like mini mosaics inside of there, like little towns, and like it blows my mind. I really just I like art, man. I really,
No,
really
no, that's
do.
good. And that's one thing, that's one reason the Naturals Collective is here is because one thing that I personally had noticed in the past working with glass artists, knowing other kind of artists in different mediums, you know, if I ask some of the biggest glass artists that I know, if they know about some of the mediums or some of the painting artists, some of the other artists that I know that aren't in glass, they don't know, which is not a problem because everybody's so busy. If you're a creator, you
Of
don't really have
course.
time to like look at all this stuff. You're busy in the studio, you're busy making. But if you ask, you know, some of the bigger painters that I know or some of the bigger other artists that I know besides glass, they smoke, but they might only smoke joints or whatever. So they maybe never have gotten into glass and stuff. So that was the point of having a place that was glass, paintings, you know, 3D, like little dioramas, clay art, bootleg toy art, anything like that, is to bring all of the mediums that are relevant in like a lot of people's minds and that maybe people don't even know they like to the same place so we can discover different things and all that.
Yes, yes. I like even yeah, when especially with different mediums of like art in general, like it gives you inspiration to do crazier things, you know. I don't
Yeah.
know. I just totally dig it. So like I'm all about that. Like that's why I really like natural collectives because you don't just have glass. You have like you post other actual art, and it's phenomenal. I love the stuff you guys get in there. I really do. Whenever you post something, I'm just like, yeah, this is I dig this. You know,
Yeah,
I dig
thank you,
that
mate.
vibe. It's so
Thank you,
good.
thank you.
It's so good.
Yeah, okay. So pretty much music. Music is like your sounds like it's your other big like a focus or something.
Yes, for sure, for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nice.
As much as I can.
No, that's cool. That's cool. Maybe
I,
so soon when you buy a Mike G Geo rig, it comes with the Mike G mixtape, the acoustic,
that's right.
the Portland
That's right.
acoustic.
And I'm talking a tape. It's not going to be on a CD. It'll be on a
Oh, it's an
regular
actual
tape.
tape. See, he's going back. He's taking it back, keeping it traditional.
Love
Okay.
it.
Oh, here we go. Will you be making any ornament pipes this year?
Oh, yeah, dude, I've started making them now. Like
Oh,
I already
yeah. It's
have
getting there. It's getting
stuff ready
there.
to go.
All right,
Yeah,
people. So
well,
you know now if you need something for your tree that holds trees, hit up Mike G.
that's right. That's right. I'm going to be doing a couple local holiday bazaars, so I want to make sure I got enough
Bazaars, you said like
product.
little festivals and stuff.
Little like Portland Expo does
Is that like aren't
holiday.
bazaars at churches?
Are they? I like
uh,
one is like farmers markets do like holiday farmers market stuff, you know, where it's all like Christmas themed and shit like that. And the Portland
oh,
Expo
just do a
does a
stained glass
Christmas
pipe and
Expo.
sell it at the church bazaar.
God, God put it here for me and you know.
Yeah, God put the plant here for us. We got to
That's
enjoy it. We got
right.
to use it.
That's correct.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay. But so yes, they are starting now, and they will be available toward the holiday. Are they available now? Is this an all year thing? Is it exclusive to
I
the
haven't put
holiday?
them. I haven't put them up yet. I've just been focusing on like whenever I like finish a piece or like if I have an order done before I start my next one, I'll make a couple ornaments and pack them away for when the season starts. You know, I
Cool,
thought
cool.
about putting a couple up in July, and I actually I had someone reach out to me and they just ordered regular ornaments from me last month, and I was just like, oh, yeah, I'll make them. I'll make them for you. I kind of like it. I don't mind doing it. They're fun to make, you know. So, but they'll definitely this year will be Santa's Little Helper pipe ornaments that will be available to whoever wants them.
Oh yeah, Santa's Little Helpers. Okay, okay. You got to make one that's that looks like the dog from the Sim. That looks like Santa's Little Helper.
Yes, correct. Oh, that's not a terrible idea. Yeah,
Hey, Portland
yeah.
does giant bazaars. Summer heat 33. Okay, okay. I gotta get out west to that area, man. I've only been to California twice. I gotta get to Portland. I gotta get to Eugene. I want to check those areas out.
I mean, first off, Eugene's like the glass blowing mecca, you know.
Yeah, Eugene and what? Denver? Would you say Eugene and Denver? Maybe like.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. There's a lot in Colorado too, for sure. Like Bob Snodgrass is from Eugene, you know, like he's the
Yeah. Oh
godfather of
yes.
it all,
So
you
maybe
know.
like Humboldt, Eugene area is like the starters, like the young the earlier.
And I swear, you probably never seen as many so much green in Oregon. That's what's like. I was this close to like moving more towards like Wisconsin area and things like that, just because cheaper living out there, you know. But man, dude, it's just all the trees, the plant. You know, you kind of take
You'd like
shit
it
for
out here.
granted,
That's
dude.
like out here. There's nothing but green, and then in September, all these months, it's all like crazy oranges and yellows on like the leaf. They call it leaf peeping out here. I think it's out
Yeah,
there
yeah.
too, right? But people drive around to certain areas to see all the different color leaves when they change and everything.
Go
Like
see
Vermont,
go see the
Vermont's
bulb
big for
changing.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, dude. For sure. I'd love to. I love to be more traveled individual for sure. I'm getting there, but
We'll get
yeah,
you out to
man.
the we'll get you out to the East Coast sometime, bro. We
I
got you.
gotta, I
We
gotta
got
do it.
you. All right. Okay. So, is there anything new for the near future? Can anybody, any of your followers, can we expect anything new? Are you doing any concepts right now? Do you have any ideas? Tell us what Mike G is thinking in his head.
I have a couple ideas I want to do. I've I want my next kind of big piece I want to try to make is I want to make the phone booth from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, or Bill and Ted.
Love that movie.
I want to make the phone booth as a rig. I want to make sure that it has a like a payphone inside with the dangling telephone book. Um, the younger audience on here might not know that there used to be telephone booths, but I want to make that. You know, I want to make the.
If you
I
guys don't
also
know
try.
Bill and Ted, you're too young for us, bro.
Correct, right? But like that's a big project I want to start to work on, and then I also want to make the police box from Doctor Who as
Oh, I don't
well.
even see. I'm not familiar with Doctor Who. I know that there's like a big collector community and there's a big like cult following for Doctor Who. But I
Oh yeah,
personally don't know Doctor Who. I'm more of a
my
Bill and Ted guy for sure.
I'm a fucking nerd, so I like all that shit, you know. And I made a Doctor Who rig, and I loved it so much that I'm like, oh, I'm keeping it. It's
Oh,
mine
it's the
now.
personal Mike G collection. So
Yeah,
Mike
for
G has a
sure.
Mike G rig.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Every piece I've ever made, I always keep the very first one for myself, and I'll make another one. You know, I just so I have like a nice collection of all the stuff I've ever made, so I can see like the progression of my work. So those are kind of the
Nice.
projects I'm working on. Is making that Bill and Ted phone box, and we'll see how that goes. But that's coming. It's coming.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Okay, okay. So some cool projects in the works, some bigger, more intricate things, maybe a little bit bigger than the GOs. Keep your
Oh
eyes
yeah,
out for that, people. And then last question. Oh wow, it's almost been an hour. So these are supposed to be a half. There's no really time limit, but keep it
I'm
a
a
half
talker,
hour. But
dude.
I love when they go for an hour because it's you know what I mean more in depth. So the last question brings us to you just hit 1,500 followers. Congratulations, my friend. Do
Thank
you
you.
have any words for your followers?
I I, I just can't express how much I am grateful for anyone who finds my work remotely interesting. Like it feels really good that people really connect with it, and then they get their own piece and they continuously love it, post videos of them using it. I'm just internally grateful for that, and it makes me feel good, and I can't express it enough. I think since I just hit 1,500, I'm most likely within the next couple days, probably even next week, I'm gonna do a giveaway for one of my mini Geo rigs, and
Oh,
I'll figure out the parameters of it and how I'm gonna set up the rules.
okay.
But
Tag us
I
because
will.
we'll share it. We'll share it so your people from through here can find it too.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, I just want to say thanks and keep on looking for some new stuff coming down the pipe. And I just can't thank everyone enough who supports me. It really does mean a lot, and I'm lucky enough to be able to do this at the moment full time and make this what I do for my job. It is amazing. It's amazing, and I appreciate it.
Amazing, dude. I like that. And yo, thank you for coming on. Really
Thanks for
appreciate you,
having me,
bro.
Mike. Yeah, of course, anytime, anytime. This was fun.
Yeah, yeah, no, I like doing the live things, because it's more of an insight for your followers. And we got a few people in here. We'll give it another minute. Anybody that wants to ask anything, tap in, type in, ask whatever you want. We're here. Say whatever you want. Comment if you guys learned anything tonight. And we got the homies over here. My boy JP's over there, cleansing some stuff up. My boy, it's Doc. He's the one that
Yeah,
designed
yeah.
this hat. Look, he has the same hat on right there. So they're over here chilling, doing some stuff. And tomorrow, AJP, can I have one of those flyers, please, my friend?
Tell him to check out Portland Cannabis Tasting Society. That's the
What is it? What is it?
Portland Cannabis Tasting Society. That's out of Portland.
Do you know that already, Mike?
God, it sounds
Portland
sounds
Cannabis
familiar.
Tasting Society.
It's a
Portland
YouTube live
Cannabis.
show podcast thing out of Portland.
And
Oh,
so
okay.
tomorrow we are going to be at Turftown Throwdown, and we're going to be giving these out. We have 50 of these little exclusive flyers designed by my homie Smashed over there, JP. And if you guys bring these into the collective, to Naturals Collective, it's 10% off. We're going to be signing them on the back. We're going to be writing it. So if you grab one at the Turftown Throwdown tomorrow, and Saturday, we're going to be there for the weekend. It's an event out here in
Hell yeah.
Massachusetts. We're going to be having these, and if you guys get one, you can bring it into the location, and it's 10% off. Not at the festival, but if you come back later with the flyer, one of these 50, 10% off anything in the store.
Rad. Go to that thing. Do that.
Yeah, Turftown. Go do that thing
Yes,
over there
go
at
do
that place.
Turftown. Yes.
Yeah, Turftown Throwdown. But dude, it's been amazing having you. Thank you so much. I'm glad I got to catch up with you again. It was cool meeting you in Vegas, bro. And I really hope everything is going well. We're gonna get you. You know what I mean? We're always gonna rep you over here. And this has been an epic one because it's Mike G squared. Somebody said earlier it's Mike G squared. It really is Mike
That's right.
G squared.
That's right. No, it was awesome, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Anytime, homie. So again, hey, it's 8. We did an hour. I love it. We really killed it. So anybody that came in late or came in recently and missed the beginning, this is all going to be on YouTube. Mike, this will be on YouTube. So if you want to show anybody, you can.
I will.
Dude, have an amazing night.
You too, brother. I'll talk to you later.
Anytime,
All right,
bro.
bye.
Much love. Thank you guys for joining, and thank you, bro.
Bye, man.
See ya. Peace.
My homie's been trying to get me to go to Portland for a